Hey everyone, my name is Manish Pushay and I'm a founder of Awesome ROI. Let's take care of this legal disclaimer out of our way. Hope you're all doing good. First of all, we have 4 or 5 attendees at the moment. So let's take care of this disclaimer. Investments offered by Awesome ROI are available only to accredited investors as defined by the US Securities and Exchange Commission. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and all investments involve risk, including the potential loss of principal. All prospective investors are strongly encouraged to conduct their own due diligence and consult with their financial, tax, and legal advisors prior to making any investment decision. Awesome ROI and its affiliates do not provide investment tax or legal advice. By engaging with Awesome ROI, you acknowledge and accept this risk and disclaimers. So I'm Manish Pushay. I'm the founder of Awesome ROI, and this webinar is from $700 to real estate success, how global passive investors are winning big in the US market. Little bit about my background. I came to United States in the year 2000, and I came as a software engineer. I was working as a software engineer in Boston, Massachusetts when Y2K and dot-com burst happened, and I lost my project as well. At that moment, I was looking for another opportunity. I could not find any, and while I was waiting, one of my friend in Oklahoma asked me if I'm interested in working with him on his cell phone business. I was like, okay, while waiting for my opportunity or get another job, I don't mind going to Oklahoma and start from Boston to Oklahoma. First of all, it was quite a transition. And I started working with him and realized um, there was no jobs still. The market was kind of soft. And I end up starting my own cell phone business in the process. And at one point, I own 28 kiosks of cell phone in different malls in New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Texas, and Arizona. I was living in Texas and managing all my stores, 28 stores sitting from there. But I realized it's too cumbersome and sometimes um, it was really out of control. At 3 years down the road, I end up taking a transition, and I gave those stores to my employees. I sold it to them, and I took an exit. But it was quite a journey. And after that, I started doing scrap metal trading. I was shipping scrap metal from United States or North America to Asia, and it was quite a deal. I was really enjoying that business until the actual scrapyard owners started shipping, themselves. I was doing that, but I was like, okay, this business is not gonna take care of my bills. I mean, I was a broker and I needed a hefty capital to do big shipments. And that was not the case. And this is, I'm talking about 2003, 2004. I took a pivot and I end up acquiring a manufacturing business in California. That business was manufacturing injection molding and uh, extrusion. It was a very good business. I really ran it for 3.5 years, bought it for 550K and sold it for 2.2 mil. And after that, my wife, she found an opportunity. She found a job in Arizona, and we ended up moving to Arizona. And while I was taking care of my kids, my daughters, and she was working, I was like, okay, what's my next gig since I sold my business in California? And and I was doing scrap metal trading, but it was not as a brokerage. It was not at the point where I wanted to be. So I realized I should start my own scrap yard. It's better if I have my own yard, and that way I'll control the prices, and I can ship bigger quantities. But this is where I will say I had a setback. I ordered this one machine. It's called Shredder. It shreds automobiles where you can have a ferrous and non-ferrous material, and you can ship it to the steel mill and other metal companies, who manufacture different metals. And the shredder I ordered from this broker and the seller, they did not ship it. The equipment leasing company, they basically approved my funds and they sent it to the broker, and machine was never delivered. Long story short, it was quite a chaos, So the reason I'm saying this, I have my successes, but it's better if I share my failures as well, even though I was not responsible for that failure, but it was considered one. And the good thing happened. The equipment leasing company who fund my equipment, they gave me a pass because they realized I'm not at fault. Those are the two guys, the broker and the seller, who did not deliver. They are at fault, so they settled with me, the equipment leasing company, and they took assignment of rights and went after those two gentlemen, you know, and that's how, that was the biggest setback I considered when doing business in America. I thought I paid and I will get the keys to my machine. That didn't happen. So that gave me a new lesson, that I should be careful. Even though I'm not at fault, I may be at risk. And that's my advice to everyone. Even though you are going to invest as a passive investor or an active, make sure you make sure all the things you have done proper due diligence, you have done proper, check and background checks on whatever you are about to do next. About So, as I said, I started my journey as a computer engineer, and then after that incident, I was wondering what should I do next, since did not get the machine and I did not have capital left to pursue something else. So I have to sell my land in Phoenix, which I acquired like 2 acres. I have to sell that, and other miscellaneous equipments were there too, so I have to sell those. And the good thing, one door closes, 100 more doors open, and that I sincerely believe in. Once that door was closed, I started doing e-commerce business, and that e-commerce business turned out to be very good for me. In 2017, I started, and I was doing so good that every other month I was buying one single family residence in Phoenix. This is pre-COVID. I was buying every year, like one year I bought like 8 to 9 houses, and with creative structure. One thing I have never done is dealt with the bank. I have done most of my deals creatively from the day one. Reason bank, they go after FICO or debt to income ratio, and I can tell you, you cannot do business with all those. FICO is good one day, bad the other day. No way you can sustain if you are going to rely on FICO. I mean, you can't scale. From my experience, I know I never dealt with, I rarely dealt with the bank. I have always done structured notes or creative financing, seller financing, sub two, you name it. And I was doing it for quite some time, and never a problem. Amazon or e-commerce business was doing great, and then COVID happened, and my supply chain took hit to the point I had zero business. I was doing little bit wholesale, selling it to others who were selling on their platforms, but not to the point it can pay my bills. And that's when I realized I cannot rely on one source of income. I have to have diversified or multiple sources of income. That's when I end up acquiring a liquor store in Mesa, Arizona for $4.5 million with zero out of my pocket. I did not give any I did not pay any. The good thing was I had a good amount of collateral, houses and the warehouse for the Amazon business. I moved into a warehouse. I ended up acquiring three more warehouses in the same plaza, and all was structured creative financing. Nothing came out of my, I mean, I will not say like out of my pocket, but I did not put much cash down payment on any of these deals. So that was a blessing. Like I had good amount of houses, and pre-COVID, those houses were like if I bought something for 200K, today is like 650 or 700. Pre-COVID, there were not many real estate people, and I will say I was getting, if I'm putting an offer and whatever offer, it was getting approved. Like there were not like multiple offers on any deals. No, pre-COVID, it was all easy and smooth. And post-COVID, those I did not realize my real estate will be at the tune of 4 or 5 mil, or whatever I have accumulated. I did it with with the fun thing, like I'm making money from my e-commerce business, so I should do some investment rather than paying Uncle Sam. So I did it in fun spirit, but it turned out to be a $4 to $5 million worth of assets in no time. Long story short, that really helped me acquire my liquor store, which I got 75% seller carry, 25% came from cross collateralizing um, two of the houses out of my portfolio. And then with that liquor store, I end up accumulating one after another, and these businesses are really good. And when I acquired this warehouse where I'm doing this webinar, I realized the best thing um, is triple net. I don't know how much you guys know about triple net, but triple net is the way to go, is the name of the game. And the three warehouses I was renting, I didn't know. One of my broker told me, "You want triple net or what?" What I was like, I did my research and I realized I was renting those warehouses with no problem, no issues. I don't have to worry about any insurance or any HOA or taxes or maintenance of any kind. In my single family, I was getting calls every now and then for plumbing issues or AC break or whatever. But in triple net leases, I nobody ever called me for anything, and I was just collecting rent. Nothing to worry about any of the situation. And that's where my journey started. I was like, okay, what other asset classes of triple net are there? Then I realized shopping plazas. I'm like, wow, I'm already doing a liquor store or laundromats and other businesses. I should acquire those plazas as well. And that's how our journey began to acquire plazas, shopping plazas in 2023. We acquired plazas, and whatever there was a vacancy, we were filling it up with our own businesses. And in the process, we were, you know, we not only having the real estate, we have a business just as a backup in case if something goes sideways on the real estate side, the business operating income will take care of the situation, right? So it's double bonanza. And that's when we wanted to scale. And when it comes to scale, I have so much capital I can invest. And that's how I opened my fund, Awesome ROI. and we are basically a 506c uh, Reg D fund, and we are looking for investors, passive investors of all kinds. We have dealt with 1031 exchange. We have dealt with IRA, uh, self-directed IRA. We have dealt with family offices. We have dealt with broker dealers, um, ultra high net worth investors. So we have all kind of people in our investor group. And the good thing is we provide how it makes us different from other, um, you know, investor groups. We provide monthly distributions from the day one. We don't tell you, you did your part by providing us your hard-earned investment. And then now it basically the obligation is on us. We we cannot tell you, okay, this project has not started. Once it starts, then no, we take care of our investors from the day one, and we pay them every month, no ifs and buts, no exceptions. And on top of that, we make sure our investors are getting really good return on their investment, not like 10, 20%. No, if I'm an investor, I will never do 10% annualized or 20% annualized returns. I mean, come on, that's not something your hard-earned money should be striving for. I mean, you should have better outlook on your investment. So, for example, our 1031 exchange investor, he invested with us in one of our shopping plaza, and we are giving him exit. We wanted to give him an exit this year, but his 1031 exchange will, you have to have 1 year successful 1031 investment. So his exchange 1031 investment will be over by February, March of next year. And that's when we are planning to give him an exit, even though he came with 3 to 5 year investment plan. Um, and he's excited because he'll be expecting 33% annualized return in 12 months. So those are the kind of returns we believe in for our investors. And mainly our PPM says 3 different asset classes. 50K is the minimum we expect from our investors. And it goes to as much as possible. But we tell them 3 to 5 year exit. But as I just gave you an example, we gave this investor exit in 12 months. So we try to do the best for our investors as possible. Right now, and one good thing I can tell you, we have our deals in Arizona. We don't go outside Arizona. Reason I have 70 plus workforce of 70 plus employees, and they are helping me day in, day out with all my businesses. And one of my employee manager, Raymond, is here too. Um, and I have an obligation to, help them. They have dream as well. They expect growth for themselves out of this company. So I don't want to go outside and prove my name like I'm everywhere. No, Arizona has dearth of opportunities, and I believe I should stick to where I am and my team is. So all of our projects are mainly in Arizona. We have close to 50, 55 projects in pipeline, but we really curate and we cannot do all at once. And right now we have these 3 to 5 projects in our hand. The number one is DoubleTree by Hilton in Gilbert, Arizona. I'm not a big fan of hospitality. I have done hospitality in the past in Texas, and with in partnership, and I sold my share to my partner before I moved to California. Um, the reason this one is different, it has a 10,000 square foot conference center parcel next to the hotel. The hotel is doing 6.5 million in revenue. I mean, hotel is doing But the conference center or the convention center or the banquet hall, whatever you want to call it, it's 10,000 square foot. It's very underutilized. One of my friend in Phoenix owns uh, a banquet or a event center where they do all kind of weddings or parties or get-togethers or you name it, meetups, business conferences and stuff. And I know I don't want to say like she told me, but while talking, I know she's doing like 7 to 8 million in revenue, annual revenue. So if we are not even doing half a mil, so this estimation of 2 million is very modest. And so that makes that place, and the place where this hotel is, it's a double tree, first of all, by Hilton. It's considered elite hotel. And the place where it is Santan, it's close to Top Golf and a lot of other big, it's upcoming area. And this banquet hall or this conference center should be doing easily 2 million. And the other thing is liquor license. It's got hard liquor license, and they close their liquor bar at 6 p.m. Who does that? 6 p.m. I mean, I guess the bar opens at 6 p.m. So those are the things that prompted me to take this deal to the market. And as I said, I have a team. And the other important thing, they have a third party management company. The owner of this hotel, she's an 85-year-old Asian lady, and she's burned out. She came from San Diego. She didn't like Arizona weather. She wants to move back. So she's motivated, and she's like, how you guys live in Arizona? So she is like, I sell this and I go back. So the management company, if you look at the financials, they are charging I mean they're charging left and right, you name it. If you look at, and I'm running businesses, I know what is the expense, what should be the cost of goods sold and all those things. But these guys are really rip off. So the other investment is newly built warehouse. I mean, this newly built warehouse is like 5, 10 minutes walk from where I am right now. It's close to TSMC. So I sold this warehouse a couple of months ago, like 3 or 4 months ago. Why? Because TSMC, I don't know how much you know, the Taiwan semiconductor, they are setting up their base here in northern Phoenix, and they are basically doing 60 to 70 billion dollar in investment. They are hiring left and right. So the people who bought my warehouse they are the vendors to TSMC, and they were giving me 3.5, 3.5x. I mean, come on. I know I can wait and look for 4x, 5x, but no. I mean, I think I was happy and I took an exit. And the very next month, all my other three warehouses are sold. And in that area, I'm getting this big 42,000 square foot warehouse, you can imagine. And I have plans for that. I mean, we have standing tenants um, at 11 cap who are ready to rent like tomorrow. The minute I acquire it, they will come. But I want to use half of 42,000 for my own diesel exhaust fluid. I don't know how much DEF manufacturing plant. I have already secured financing and a quote from the equipment supplier. So half of the place will be acquired by me and half will be rented out. And that will be taken care of and as I said, 10.5 cap rate entry. And, I sold my warehouse at 5.5. So you can imagine what kind of difference we are talking. And then there's an adjacent warehouse, like behind this main warehouse, there's another warehouse. And it's also a pretty good size. I don't know, it's around 45,000 square foot. There are already 3 to 4 tenants ready to move in. One is Caliber Collision. I don't know if you know, they are nationwide. They are auto body collision company. And one is like car. They have all kind of like they want to park their cars, and they got all like authentic, old. Uh, there are a ton of tenants who lined up right now. And in fact, one of my buddy, he does events in different warehouses, like parties and stuff. And when he looked at it, he was like, "Can we do something like 50-50? I'll keep your place so busy, and it's got occupancy of 1,500 people." So what I'm saying is there's a lot of opportunity for this uh, property, and we can discuss in detail if you are interested. And then comes laundromat installation. We are having a laundromat set up in one of our shopping plaza in Avondale, and we are looking. Um, it's already been funded, the property, but we are setting up in this one location where there was a Chase Bank. Chase Bank moved out, and we are setting up a coinless laundromat. I know laundromat business. We are running it, and we know it's very well, what kind of business is it, and it's headache free, no headache at all, and there are a ton of advantages. So, and this one doesn't require much of investment. We are looking for 250 K, not much, and you will get lend, or you'll get basically the real estate lend, our a partnership in the real estate. And then comes RV Park. RV Park in Phoenix. This is a land, and it's already approved for 125 RV spaces, and it's got long-term appreciation. And this is on close to where I am on I-17. And the good thing is it's already approved for the permits ready and ready to go. Um, One good thing what we are doing and we have done, we are providing on every dollar you spend or you invest with us, we are giving you $1 of bonus depreciation. And why I'm saying this, this is a tax time of the year. We are all talking about taxes. We are all talking about how we can limit our liability to Uncle Sam. If somebody is investing 100K, we are giving them 100K in bonus depreciation in the year 2025. And thanks to big, beautiful bill, we're allowed to do that. We can do that. And for more details, we can we can discuss. So those are the things. And then last but not least, I am doing this for 25 years. I have done more than 100 transactions all over America. And one thing I'm proud of, I've never lost a single penny for any investor or lender, not even once. That scrap metal deal, as I said, it was a setback, but I did settle with the equipment leasing company, and they gave me a certificate of outstanding, in good standing. And they got the assignment of rights from me to go after those bad guys. But I did not, and you can go check on me, and you can talk to that law firm. You're most welcome to do that, and they'll tell you. I have never, as a company, we have never taken anybody's yeah, advantage, or we have not done any wrong to any investor or lender. We have 3 to 5 private lenders who can give you a testimonial about me or my company, and they have become good friends. The other thing is I wanted to share, you know, I invest mainly in my people. I mean, I'm doing good. Honestly, if I don't have to do, I have enough businesses and like close to 50 mil in AUM, I can easily relax and take it easy. But I have obligation to my employees and people around me working with me. I have to make sure they are growing. I mean, obviously I have to grow, but they are growing. And either I can wait for saving money and do all that and wait and then invest, or I can have investors invest with us and they make money as well as we are growing at scale that we should be. And the team is there now and the team is motivated and I want to, and I'm very happy. I'm so happy and grateful now to my team. Without them, no way I could be where I am. So that's it very much. This is a QR code in case you want to get hold of me and you have questions for me. Feel free to reach me. And my email is deals@awesomeroi.us in case if you have any questions or if you have any interest to invest with us. Thank you so much. Hey guys, you have any questions? Please feel free to ask now. Or yeah, let's participate. Raymond Diaz, he's my manager for one of my liquor store in Avondale, and he is also looking after the adjacent building is where we are installing our laundromat. He's looking after that as well, and he's doing phenomenal. He's my go-to guy. Hey Raymond, do you have anything to say?
Hey, Manish, I do not, but
All right, guys. If there's not much, then I look forward to hear from you. If you have any questions, as I said, my email is deals@awesomeroi.us and my website, I think I can share my website. Yeah. So if you want to call me, this is my phone number. My cell phone number is there too, and that's the email. And our website is awesomeroi.us in case you have to check on us and check our offerings and our past track record or any of that. Otherwise, if there are no questions, take care and be well, and we'll be in touch. Bye now.